Hi, this is Ron Chapman with the Chapman Law Group, and today I want to talk about DEA administrative inspections. Most people don't know this, but when you're issued a DEA registration, the DEA has the ability to inspect your premises, your pharmacy, or your practice when they choose. Usually, they go to your practice and request a voluntary inspection, in which case they would hand you a piece of paper, giving you your rights to either accept or decline a request for a voluntary inspection. And if you decline, they'll go and get an administrative inspection warrant from a judge, and they'll usually get it if they want to. Most people don't know this as well, but you can also contact an attorney as soon as the DEA shows up at your practice or your pharmacy to conduct that inspection. In fact, you can pick up the phone and call a law firm like Chapman Law Group and get real-time advice on how you should act during that inspection. But if you're not able to do that, I'm going to give you some tips today that'll help you get through that administrative inspection. The first thing is, preventative measures need to be put in place in any practice, even if you don't think you would be subject to an inspection. The reality is that the DEA randomly inspects many practices and pharmacies, but they also do targeted inspections. So an inspection plan is something that you should get implemented immediately, and we can help you with that. An inspection plan would require a point of contact for the investigators, such as your receptionist or the person at the front desk. It would also include procedures that person should follow if the DEA requests an inspection of your practice. Procedures might be: get the ID and credentials of the investigators to ensure you know who they are. Contact the owner of the practice or the physician in charge of the practice so that they're aware of the inspection. And make sure that the only people who can consent to the inspection are decision makers at the practice, the group, or the pharmacy. In addition, there are certain things that you should do while the inspection is going on that will protect your practice significantly. DEA investigators are only allowed to look into certain areas when investigating a pharmacy or a physician's practice. They can't look into areas that are not authorized by statute, and knowing what those areas are through the advice of counsel would be very helpful. An inspection plan would include a list of those areas so your employees know that if they're asked for certain items, such as billing records, they don't have to comply with that request and can turn that request to an attorney, and an attorney can contact the agents about the scope of their investigation. DEA administrative investigations are a very stressful process. This is because many DEA administrative investigations are actually really just a subterfuge for a criminal investigation. Oftentimes, when the DEA is criminally investigating a practice or a pharmacy, they'll use DEA administrative investigators to do the work for them because they have easy access to the pharmacy or the practice. So they'll send two plainclothes people to the pharmacy or the practice, say that it's just a routine administrative inspection, and try to get access to your records, your books, your patient records, your prescription history, in order to conduct their criminal investigation. Anybody who is the subject of a DEA administrative inspection should be wary and contact counsel immediately. You don't know if the DEA is looking at you criminally or just administratively, and it's best to be on the safe side. If you believe you might be the subject of an administrative investigation, or you don't have an administrative investigation policy in place at your practice, contact the Chapman Law Group today, and we'd be happy to help you out with that.